You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kind of just makes your day.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. Intercare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSNSports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno and Tony Butch Morales, this is Vic Carrillo at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium here in the beautiful city of Imperial. A sellout crowd. The stands are filled to capacity as the league opener of Imperial Valley League play involving the visiting Central Spartans, who come in with a 5-1 one-loss record in the preseason, and the undefeated hosting Imperial Tigers 6-0. We're looking for a great game tonight, and to give you that keen insight, we'll welcome the voice of choice, the real deal, the master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Well, Vic, thanks a lot for that introduction. This is not only the game of the week, this is the game of the year. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. A strong Imperial team that can run the ball, that can throw the ball, that can do just about anything. They got Darren Wessel running the ball. They've got Jaden Ayala throwing. You've got a balanced attack on both sides. And you got David Shaw, you got Rookie Pena. This is the barn burner. This is the one that's going to make it happen.
Well, John, both teams have some of the best skilled players on any squad here in the Imperial Valley. Brawley has some, Hopeville has some, but tonight the Central Spartans came in prepared after last week's 42-20 victory over the Cibola Raiders, with Nico Viesca rushing for 201 yards on 20 carries, and Luis Jimenez, the quarterback, completed 11 passes out of 17 attempts for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. And junior defensive standout CJ Acosta came up with 2 interceptions. But on the other side of the ball, and Butch will enlighten us, Imperial rallied from a 23-6 deficit in the first half, inserting Rashad Robinson, who just came off the ineligible list, had to sit out the first 5 games, and they beat a tough Valley Center squad 52-47. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Tony Butch Morales, our quarterback guru, to tell us how Imperial came back into that game.
Gentlemen, it's a pleasure being here. A great crowd tonight, great atmosphere, getting ready for a highly anticipated ball game. Everybody's been waiting all week long, so now it's about to happen. Imperial looked really strong last week offensively, guys. They have a plethora of playmakers. Right now they have 2, 3, 4 receivers that they get the ball in their hands quickly and take it to the house at any given time. They have an experienced quarterback, and they have now 2 running backs that could run the ball at any given time, and they're going to be hard to stop. So I'm curious to see what Rookie Pena is strategically doing tonight to try to stop them from putting 50 on the board.
Well, let's talk about that talent on the Imperial squad. You have one of the best quarterbacks, signal callers here in the Imperial Valley in Jaden Ayala, who last week, 24 pass attempts, 21 completions for 344 yards and 5 touchdowns. And right, he has a plethora of talent. Freshman receivers like Callum, Reese, and that standout freshman running back, Wessel, who's averaging 130 yards rushing per game. He can run it from sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone. And let's talk about that new addition coming in from Georgia, Rashad Robinson, the younger brother of Roderick Robinson, the state player of the year out of Lincoln High School in San Diego 2 years ago, earned a full ride scholarship with the Georgia Bulldogs, University of Georgia, the #1 team last year, and they're knocking on the door as Texas has kind of taken the top spot, and he's getting considerable playing time coming off an ankle injury. So tell us about Robinson and the rest of the Tiger Stars.
It's a different dimension that you have for a running back. Now you have 3 running backs that could run at any given time. Don't forget about J.J. Jimenez, too. At any given time, they could give him the ball. They have Darren Wessel and Robinson, who could take it to the house at any time. He's got speed, he's strong, he runs low to the ground, he's shifty, and he's slippery. So, like I mentioned, I want to see how rookie does handling the offense. And also, not to mention, Gio Robles is back, a 6'5" standout receiver who could go up for the ball at any given time. So, like I mentioned, the Central Spartans are going to have a big challenge ahead of them.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Would the Imperial Tigers be too high at the outset? Because the road to the top has always had to go through Central, let alone Brawley on Main Street. The David Rookie Peña has won the IBL for the last 5 years, and he's taken the last 6 out of the 7 victories of the Bell game. And if Imperial's going to win, as you mentioned in your pregame commentary, this is the year to do it.
Oh, yes. When you're at the top, they're coming to get you. And Central's been at the top, like you mentioned, for the past 5 years. Now you got Imperial, who's built a program, and they're solid, they're strong, and they're balanced. So now we're going to see what they do in the trenches. That's where I think, personally, you're going to have a chance to either control the game, or Central's going to have an opportunity. You keep the offense off the field, ball control, eat clock, time, run the clock, and just run the ball at him. So, like I mentioned, I'm curious to see what's going to happen tonight. I'm excited.
Tonight's officiating crew representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association, wearing the white hat, and their head referee is John Seaman, as we pause to honor the flag of the United States of America with a national anthem played by the outstanding band representing Imperial High School. We're back live on VSN, your Valley Sports Network, here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium, as we talk about the potential game of the week, game of the year, game of the decade, game of the century, as we welcome back the voice of choice, Johnny Moe. What are your keys for tonight's victory for both the Central Spartans and the Imperial Tigers?
Well, we know that the Imperial's been averaging 40 points a game, so they're going to get on the board. They're going to get on there quick. What Central needs to do is contain Darren Wessel. Contain Darren Wessel if they have a chance to do that, because once he passes the linebackers, it's gone. He's gone.
I think they used to call it Katie bar the door.
Katie bar the door, yeah. And nobody knows what that means, Vic, but you always say it anyway. But yeah, and then you've got.
She didn't sing for Martha and the Vandellas,
that's
John.
right. And then you've got Nico Viesca. You've got Luis Jimenez on the other side, who are also averaging 30 points a game. So you've got a high-scoring, high-octane offense on both teams. You got to have a strong defense. But you know what, Vic? I think a lot of it has to do with the line play. If you ain't got that line play, you ain't got that heart down there in the trenches with them big boys, you ain't got nothing. How do you think they scored so many points? They've got the line. And you saw what they did when we were here last time, when one of the players of the games gave his to a lineman, you know, the unsung heroes.
That was Jaden Ayala. In fact, it was Aaron Arispe, number 53, Maximus Alcarez, Johnny Carrillo, 55, Jordan Malik, and Ezra Favila that were the stars of that offensive show, and that, I believe, was against Vincent Memorial that we did. Anyway, the captains for tonight, representing the hosting Imperial Tigers, number 5, Jaden Ayala, number 7, JJ Jimenez, number 18, Darian Romo, and number 28, Bo Zinn. For the Spartans, number 2, Nico Viesca, 3, Alex Trejo, 5, Emiliano Morales, 7, Matthew Lizaola, 14, Gavin Mora, and 22, Jared Martin. Tonight's officials representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association, wearing the white hat, is head referee John Seaman. The umpire, Sean McLaughlin. The head linesman is Bruce Hartsock, and he's a Imperial Tiger alum. The line judge is Roman Rubio, and the back judge is James Bentley. Sounds like a law firm. So Butch, give us some insight as to what our viewing audience can expect tonight with a sellout crowd. The stands are filled to capacity.
Excitement, good offensive play, good running game. We're talking about good offensive play as well from the line of scrimmage in the interior. So you got 2 strong defensive linemen, offensive linemen going to go head-to-head in the trenches. My thing is, who could control the ball? Who could make the least mistakes in a game highly anticipated like this? Do you turn the ball over and win? No, you can't. You got to control and take care of the football tonight in order for you to win.
Well, let's talk about some of those Imperial Tigers standouts. The quarterback, Jaden Ayala, last week went 21 for 24 for 344 yards and 5 touchdown passes. His leading receivers were number 4, Mario Gaxiola, 7 receptions for 148 yards and 3 touchdown catches. Number 2, running back and wide receiver Darren Wessel, who caught 7 passes for 89 yards and 1 TD. And rushing, the two-headed monster, Darren Wessel, 14 carries, 145 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. And the new standout, number 10, playing in his second game here after his debut last week. He rushed for 132 yards on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns, and he caught 5 passes for an additional 68 yards. So a lot of weapons for the quarterback, Jaden Ayala, to choose from. Now it's just a matter of getting the ball into the hands of the right person.
And that's what it's all about. You want to have that as a quarterback. It's nice to have a group of teammates that you could rely on them, you could trust them, use them all. That's how you are successful, is being able to throw the football and throw it all over the field. Take a moment of silence.
Thank you.
Well, we're just about to start with the kickoff with Miguel Vega from the Central Spartans will be kicking off to the Tigers tonight as we're starting the first quarter of play.
Well, back to receive will be Darren Wessel, number 2, and number 28, Bo Zinn. And starting for Imperial tonight will be number 5, Jaden Ayala. He has 80 completions on 129 pass attempts for 1,172 yards and 17 touchdowns. Then he'll be joining the backfield with Darren Wessel, number 2, JJ Jimenez, number 10, Rashad Robinson, and number 35, Jarrell Washington Walker will see some action. So we're getting ready for the kickoff. Are you excited? I'm excited and I'm ready.
Miguel Vega will kick it to Bo Zinn at the 2. Coming up the field, bringing it back, breaks a tackle. Midfield, and what a return by Bo Zinn, and the Tigers electrifying this crowd.
Knocked out of bounds by number 10, defensive back Miguel Vega, saving a touchdown on the kickoff return as they knocked him out of bounds as he just crossed midfield at the central 49-yard line.
Hey, gentlemen, you feel the excitement here tonight. I'm loving it.
We forgot our black shirts. It's back in black. A hit sack by AC/DC.
Ayala at the controls, wearing jersey number 5. He's joined by Derek Westwell, number 2, number 7, J.J. Jimenez, and number 10, Rashad Robinson.
Robinson and Wessel in the backfield. Out of the gun, Jaden Ayala. Right up the gut with Robinson. And stopped there by number 14 for the Spartans. That's Mora, Gavin Mora.
Defensively, the Spartans go with number 3, Alex Trejo. Defensive back, number 5, Emiliano Morales. Number 5 and number 7, Matthew Liceaola. 9, Joshua Garcia. 10, Miguel Vega. 14, Gavin Mora, who just made that tackle. 21, CJ Acosta, who had 2 interceptions last week against Cibola. 22, Jared Martin. 33, Diego Casada. 35, Ryan Smith.
2nd and 9 from the 49. Looked like that was Robinson again.
Running behind the blocking of 53, Aaron Arispe. 64, Maximus Alcaraz, 55 at center, Johnny Carrillo. 62, Jordan Malik. And 77, Ezra Thavila.
Pick up only a couple of yards, Vic.
You know, we were so hyped up, we were expecting every play to go for a touchdown.
3rd and
now,
7.
Now they're settling in to play smash mouth football.
3rd and 7.
Rock'em sock'em, as they would say in the Midwest. Give him the axe in the South.
Fake the dive. Options to Wessel, and he was not there. And the ball keeps going back, and it looked like it may be recovered by Central. Number 7 falls on it.
Matthew Lisaola.
So Central on a turnover gets excellent field position, stunning this crowd.
Well, we jokingly said, is there enough footballs for everybody on the Imperial offensive side to touch it? And it seemed like they were all trying to share it as the ball was just bouncing in every direction, but it was northbound, deep into Tiger territory, and the first turnover of the game on that miscue on the pitch out, and the Spartans will take over.
1st and 10 at the 30 going in. Luis Jimenez, Nico Viesca on the backfield, trips to the left. And timeout is called. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
We're back here live. It's 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 30. Going in. Jimenez to Viesca. And going up the gut, not much there.
Number 53, Aaron Ariste was the one that made the initial contact. He comes into the game with 6 solo tackles, 15 assisted, for a total of 21. As defensively, the Tigers go with 0. Kenny Tirado, number 1, Brandon Felix, J.J. Jimenez, number 7. He's the leading tackler on their defense with 58 tackles thus far this season, followed by Sammy Ruvacalva.
2nd and 10. Jimenez rolling, looking for a receiver, finds one, number 5, Vic. That is Morales. Emiliano getting a first down and more on the far sideline and takes it inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
Morales, one of the leading receivers for the Spartans with 19 receptions for 223 yards. And right away, he was picked on by Luis Jimenez. So the Spartans are inside the red zone, knocking on heaven's door.
And that was a Wildcat with Viesca taking it to the left side. At the 5.
So the Spartan offense, particularly Jimenez, along with Viesca, Butch, is multi-dimensional.
Well, it was a great play call on that particular pass and route. They got Jimenez outside, trying to get him comfortable to throw the ball. He saw the rush and got it out of his hands quickly, and a great play for a first down here.
Now the Imperial Tigers statistically has reflected a lot of gang tackling throughout their first 5 games.
Second and goal, Viesca with a Wildcat again. Garners a few yards and takes it closer to the goal line inside the 5.
And they're going to have to do a lot of gang tackling right now, especially on the goal line. Viesca, you know what's coming. Can you stop it?
Offensively at the lines at center, number 19, Alexander Lopez. The guards are number 55, Edwin Contreras, and number 56, Mason Nava. The tackles are 79, Sergio Perez, and number 73, Andres Contreras. So, faced with a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. 7:57 remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game.
Viesca with a Wildcat coming to the right now. He finds room, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Central. Viesca from the 4 takes it to the house.
Running behind the blocking of Mason Nava and Andres Contreras. The Bulls on the right side of the offensive line, and Viesca, like a runaway semi coming down the grade from Acumba down to the desert floor. With 7:49 remaining here in the first quarter, the Central Spartans draw first blood, 6-0.
Gentlemen, we talked about playing mistake-free football to be able to compete and win this game.
Malachi Rodriguez getting set for the extra point.
And he splits the uprights. Penalty flag.
So with 7:49 remaining here in the first quarter, Central 7, the Tigers 0.
That's personal foul will go against Central. They'll take it off at the kickoff. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Sewing Exchange. Need expert sewing alterations? Visit the Sewing Exchange. Fast, reliable service at 321 East Main in El Centro. The Sewing Exchange, where quality meets convenience. And by La Fonda Bar and Grill. Craving authentic Mexican food? Then head to La Fonda in El Centro. From sizzling fajitas to famous enchiladas. La Fonda Bar and Grill. And by Esqued Realty. Thinking of selling or buying property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local knowledge.
All the receivers.
The mark of excellence. And Arctic Air. Beat the heat with top-of-the-line Carrier air conditioning. Arctic Air. Call us for a free consultation. 352-8855. Miguel Vega getting ready to kick that off in Tiger territory. And they will not return it as it hits the goalposts.
The crossbar.
The crossbar here, okay.
You got a lot of power in that leg, John.
Well, he was kicking it from the 45.
Is it too soon to hit the panic button, Butch? With
Absolutely not.
7:49 remaining here in the first quarter.
No, Imperial's just got to grab their composure and settle down.
Stay with the game plan.
Yes, and that's all they got to do. But they have to limit the mistakes in order for them to win tonight.
So they'll have it at the 20.
Offensively, they go with Jaden Ayala at quarterback. In the backfield, Darren Wessel and Rashad Robinson.
In the slot.
And John Moreno with a call.
First and 10, Jaden Ayala, shotgun snap. There's Darren Wessel, finds a lot of room, and he goes all the way to the 50-yard line.
49.
So Darren Wessel from the 20.
A 29-yard run.
Vic, your math never ceases to amaze me.
Hey, John, I was a multiplication champion in 4th grade on the blackboard.
And it was a blackboard. It was a first and 10.
I was always anticipating 5 times 5.
Why not go with Wessel again? And they do that. And the Tigers just pounding their way up the middle for yet another first down and a pickup of 11 for Darren Wessel. 7:11 remaining the first quarter.
Well, providing excellent blocking there was number 52, Levi Mincher, a junior, 240-pounder. So it looks like the Tigers have regained their composure here.
First and 10 inside the 40. Fakes it to Robinson, airs it out, and it is intercepted by Central number 3, Joshua Alex Trejo.
Trejo comes into the game with
So-
7 tackles from his cornerback position.
2 turnovers, Vic. Very costly for the Tigers.
Right, they have to play error-free football. You know, this is the year that they were looking for, pointing to win the championship, and the road to the championship starts with the Central Spartans.
You know, speaking to Rookie Pena, his motto is physicality, being physical, being able to run the ball when they want to, being able to capitalize on turnovers, and that's what they're doing right now.
So Jimenez is 1st and 10. The ball at the 20. Viesca. And the staunch defensive play by the Tigers. No gain.
Is it too early, John, to bring out Martha and the Van
Way
Dallas?
too early, Vic. Way too early.
Anyway, Samuel Esquives, Sonny Beltran, Adrian Cortez, Darian Romo, Jacob Lee, Bo Zinn, Levi Mincher, and Aaron Arispe were all in on that tackle as the offensive line for the Central Spartans has their hands full tonight.
2nd and 11 from the 19. A pop pass caught number 6. Luis Jimenez?
No, it was Morales.
Emiliano Morales.
Emiliano, I couldn't say
Number
it.
5.
Emi
Number 5,
Morales.
okay.
You were close, John. You were close.
Yeah, the closest only good in horseshoes and hand grenades. So a 1st and 10 at the 37. And Viesca with a handoff. And they're keying right on him.
And a whole pride of Tigers there, or a horde of Tigers there to bring him down, led by number 9 for the defense, that being Sammy Rubacalva, comes in with 34 tackles on the season, 6 of them solo.
About 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
So the Tigers wearing red pants with white trim, black jerseys with red numerals, and their red helmets with a white Tiger decal. Spartans in all white uniforms with blue trim down the sideline, down their legs, and with their blue helmets with a Spartan crest.
2nd and 10. Jimenez dropping back over the middle. Looking for a receiver, incomplete. Number 21 intended for, that's C.J. Acosta.
C.J. Acosta, the intended receiver there for the Central Spartans, as he comes in with 6 receptions for 28 yards. He's only a junior. Jimenez is only a junior.
3rd and 10.
So that senior leadership being provided by Nico Viesca, number 2, running back, comes in with 507 yards, 101 yards per game, and 9 touchdowns to his credit. C.J. Acosta with
Quick
a
pass to the right flat, and he'll get about 7 yards, taking it to the 45.
brought down by number 12 of Imperial, that's Sonny Beltran.
And the Spartans are bringing out the punting unit. And Miguel getting set to punt to Darren Wessel.
You know, Wessel's only a freshman, John. They have also T.J. Reese, number 16, a freshman, and number 22, Anthony Hallam, junior.
It takes a Spartan bounce to the 15. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with 3:57 remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, Butch, they say the 3rd time's a charm. This is the 3rd time that the Tigers get the ball on the offensive end with 3:57 remaining here in the first quarter. The first 2 offensive opportunities went awry, a fumble and then an intercepted pass.
Well, if you look at Rookie, what he's doing, he's changing it up in the backfield. They started off with a cover 3, not getting beat deep, and then they changed it to a man-to-man, which allowed him to, get in position to get that interception earlier. So he's mixing it out. That's what I wanted to see what he would do tonight.
So a little movement there.
On the defense, so it's a 5-yard penalty going the other way. So they'll move it to the 25. Or at the 20, they were at the 15. 3:57 remaining.
So how would you describe the formation of the Tigers? A spread?
Just spread offense, trips right.
Robinson up the middle, breaking away, and he is gone. The 30, brought down from behind by number 21.
DJ Acosta.
DJ Acosta with a touchdown-saving tackle, but not till Robinson went down the throat.
Well,
1st and 10.
Displaying an outstanding burst of speed. You can't teach speed.
No, you can't. It's just
give it to him
talent
again.
Given.
He spins and makes do with, and they can't. The chains aren't even set.
Well, this is a two-headed monster with Darren Wessel and Rashad Robinson, but you can't count out J.J. Jimenez as well.
Well, they scored 52 points last week against a tough Valley Center team, so at any given point, they're in the game just by scoring a big touchdown.
Well, they were behind 23-6 in the first quarter. They tied it at 26 all at the half.
Wessel gets the first down and takes it.
You know, John, he's only a freshman, but he's moving the pile. That's what you like to see. You know, when a back gets the first contact, he doesn't go down.
No, and then
it takes 2 or 3 players.
And then he gets extra yardage with that extra effort.
That offensive lineman you got to give credit to, guys. They're the ones that are moving.
I'm telling you, 1st and 10 from the 15.
Arista, Alcarez, Minshew, Malik, and Favila.
Wessel, left side. Picking up 4. Probably takes it to the 11.
So the Tigers had an undefeated preseason coming in with a sparkling 6-0 record as they embark on their Imperial Valley League debut tonight against the Central Spartans. The Spartans came in 5-1. The lone loss, an upset to Otay Ranch, the 3rd game of the season.
2nd and 7 from the 12. Minute 45 remaining. Robinson.
It looked like he ran back to the traffic instead of that big hole that was there available for him.
Looked like there was a big hole to the right side, right?
Right. I could have gone through that.
I would pay to see that, Vic.
Yeah. I would have already been high-stepping into the end zone like Deion Sanders.
Didn't get the first down. It's 3rd and 2.
Dancing like Billy White Shoes Johnson after a kickoff return.
Big 3rd down here, gentlemen.
At the 8-yard line.
Well, they have 2 downs to score.
Give it to Robinson. Oh, not that time. Gavin Mota in there. Number 14.
Gavin Mota along with number 59, Davian Hartfield, the defensive tackle, there to make that stop. So, you know, like the late Dukembe Mutombo, may he rest in peace. No, you're not coming in. Wagging that finger.
Central Spartans doing an excellent job with the defense. They're going man-to-man. You really want them to run the ball and see how if they could get in the end zone, but
the clock is running under 30 seconds. This could be the last play of the first quarter.
Oh, someone came offside.
Big mistake.
And that'll give the Tigers a 1st and goal now. Give them 4 more tries to get in the end zone, but they'll probably need 1 or 2.
Well, that's been on the right side, right?
That was number 59 who was offside there.
Okay, that was Davian Hartfield. Now, could it be the quarterback's cadence? Is there a way to trick the defensive linemen to come off sides?
That could be a possibility, or just over anxious.
Wessel and Robinson back there now. 1st and goal. Ball at the 4. Wessel. And into the end zone from the 4-yard line. Touchdown Imperial as Darren Wessel takes it to the house.
Darren Wessel who comes into the game with 76 carries for 706 yards, averaging 120 yards per game, 9 rushing touchdowns. He just added to that total with his 10th rushing touchdown. He has several receiving touchdowns to his credit as we get set for the point after attempt.
Number 35. And we'll be, number 35 is, well, we don't have him on the roster, but we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
We're back here live at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium, where we're tied at 7 in Central and Imperial. And this will take us into the second quarter. The kick into the end zone.
Into the end zone.
Caught by number 5,
John
Emiliano.
Go ahead, John.
Emiliano Morales. And that's the end of the first quarter, Vic. We're tied at 7. Go ahead, Vic.
No, I was just going to say that John Seaman, wearing the white hat, the head referee for this outstanding officiating crew representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association, calling that a touchback where he couldn't run it out because of the high school rules. So after one quarter of play, we're all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, 7-7.
Tonight's game is brought to you by El Centro Motors. Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors. Get huge savings on your favorite Ford models. Visit us today at El Centro Motors, where your dream car is waiting. And by Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Trust Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. And by State Farm. Accidents happen, but with Marianne Valenzuela, Fenley State Farm, you're covered. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You're covered 50 miles into Mexico. Call today for a free quote. So Central, 1st and 10. At their own 20. Jimenez and Viesca.
The Spartans going right to left on your screen.
Doubles formation.
They're southbound here at a well-prepared and manicured Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium field.
Nico Viesca going to the right and picking up 5. As we start the second quarter of play.
Hey, this is what we wanted, right? A close, tight game. Hopefully it'll be entertainment for the whole entire night tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's already started.
Yes, sir.
And of course, here at Imperial, you've got the carnival atmosphere. You got your bleachers in the end zone. You've got your lawn chairs out there. People just coming here watching a good football game. And of course, the tailgaters out there on the hill.
Defensively, the Tigers go with 18. Darian Romo with 56 tackles.
And Viesca trying to find some room.
And Romo in on that stop, along with Jacob Lee, who has 19 tackles to his credit, wearing jersey number 20, and Bo Zinn, 28.
So it'll be close to a first down, be 3rd and short. The ball at the 28. Viesca, wildcat it. Right side gets a first down, crosses the 30.
Spartans trying to run behind the blocking of number 77, Alexander Sandoval, along with Edwin Contreras, Mason Nava, Sergio Perez, and Andres Contreras to give Viesca some running room.
1st and 10. There goes Viesca, right side, along the visitors' bench, and looked like he gets a first down, or maybe stepped out of bounds prior to that.
It looked like he was making the tackle on that defensive back as he just ran up on him and bowled his way for some extra yardage.
Yeah, so Viesca, like that, picks up 8 yards.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 with 9:46 remaining in the second quarter. The ball at the 41-yard line of the Central Spartans. Coming to the near sideline, number 27 for the Spartans, Angel Vasquez, the X-back.
Trips to the left side. Fake the dive and go deep. A man is there. Man caught, number 6. And all the way down the far sideline for a touchdown. Central Spartans, number 9. That is Joshua Garcia. Catches a beautiful pass.
From the 41-yard line.
Guarded well and took it all the way to the house.
So a 59-yard touchdown pass from Jimenez to Garcia. And just like that, the Spartans add 6 more points, 13-7 over the Tigers. And you know, the Spartans were going to roll over and play dead for the Tigers. If they want to win tonight, they're going to have to earn it.
Malachi Rodriguez for the point after.
So, Butch, you mentioned whoever has the ball last may win this ball game. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen, till the end. It promises to be an exciting one. John, back to you.
Well, yeah, you're seeing a lot of action. You're seeing some quick scores, but at the same time, you're seeing some pretty good defense. So you've got everything in this game. Like Mike Swearingen once called it, what? Football Disneyland?
Football Disneyland.
There you go.
Also Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
And only in Imperial can they celebrate like they're doing here. As you said, John, a carnival-like atmosphere, fiesta here. The place is packed to capacity. The running track is packed. The vendors are selling out their food. I hope you got your hot dogs and hamburgers before the kickoff.
I didn't get one, but maybe Joe Apodaca will send us some up. Anyway.
Well, when you snuck away for a few minutes, that's what I thought you were doing.
They weren't ready.
Eating a hamburger and a hot dog under the bleachers.
Wesso and Bozin back to receive. Vega with a kickoff. End over end. And Wesso brings it up. And trips.
Tripped up by number 29 of the Central Spartans. That being Jesus Cesena, only a junior.
Gentlemen, I want to go back to that current drive that Central just had. They kept feeding Nico Viesca, ran him about 6-7 times, got a couple of, at least one first down, close to another first down, and they just surprised the defensive backs. 2-6 ticks to the house.
Well, yeah, and Josh Garcia getting behind, but you can't unrecognize or not recognize the beautiful pass as he caught it in stride.
Right in stride.
From Jimenez to
Beautiful.
Garcia.
Beautiful.
Just as you coached it, Butch,
right.
when he was 11 years old.
Quick pass. Wessel in the right flat.
You know, we talk about Wessel coming out of the backfield. He has 16 receptions for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns. They have a standout receiver in Gio Robles, 6'5", 190 pounds. He has 11 receptions for 170 yards, 3 touchdowns. He wears jersey number 3. Then you have Mario Gaxiola, who has 24 receptions, one of the favorite targets of Ayala for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns.
2nd and 8 from the 31. Jaden Ayala calling the signals. And Rashad Robinson just pounding his way up the middle for a first down. He'll take it to the 40.
He runs hard.
8.
He runs hard.
And I'm not done yet, John. Number 13, Isaiah Perez, a wide receiver with 7 receptions for 54 yards, 3 touchdowns. Or he can throw to Trey Reese, a freshman, 12 receptions for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Or another freshman, number 22, wide receiver Anthony Hallam, with 9 receptions and 83 yards and 1 touchdown. So there's a lot of ingredients in what looks like to be a great Tiger soup.
Wessel now in the left slot. Robinson in the backfield. Quick pass to the left side.
It looked like he was throwing to the hash marks rather than to the sideline.
I was just wondering when they were going to try to stretch the field. Everything they've thrown so far, it's been underneath. I was waiting to see when they were going to go try to hit a big play over the top. Unfortunately, the timing, the throw wasn't there. So they'll keep on trying and maybe hit a big one later down the road.
Well, was that a busted route? I mean, miscommunication? Because Ayala's a pretty accurate passer.
He
was 21 for 24 last week for 384 yards and 5 touchdowns. Come on, Butch, we got to defend those quarterbacks.
He could throw it. He could throw it. It just missed target. It missed his target there.
2nd and 10.
Just a little bit outside.
Gacchiola split to the left side. Counter. Robinson. A lot of room up the middle and takes it to the across the 40. 1st and 10. Move those chains.
You know, John, he hits the hole quick, he hits it hard, and then he's in 4th gear.
No, he's in overdrive by the time he hits the hole, Vic.
Yeah, you know, get out of his way, and he's only a junior.
And he puts a lot of pressure on the defensive backfield, on the safeties to force them to come up and make a big tackle. He's a stout kid, and he's strong, so I'm curious to see how that is going to, you know, go down this game here.
And I can see the defensive back saying, that's not my job.
Right.
1st and 10. There's Wessel. And still on his feet, and it picks up 7.
Did he pick up a first down, or is he a
Not
yard
quite.
shy?
He's a little shy, about 3 yards shy.
So the Tigers in their red and black uniforms, northbound here, the ball at the near hash mark in front of the Tiger bench, 14-7 in favor of Central with 6:32 remaining here in the first half, or more specifically, the second quarter.
3 yards for a first down for the Tigers. Wessel and Robinson. And there's Wessel rolling over to the first down marker inside the 30 to the 27.
Gets that first down, but brought down by Josh Garcia, the safety. Only 8 tackles on the season for Josh Garcia.
So the Tigers getting close to tying this game here in the first half.
You know, Jared Martin, number 22, was one of the captains. I haven't seen him in the game yet.
Counter.
He is there.
To Robinson, finds room the right side, and yes, he makes it to the house from the 26-yard line. Touchdown, Imperial.
Yeah, they ran away from Martin. So with 5:35 remaining in the second quarter, Imperial draws to near 1 point as it's 14-13 as we get set for the point after attempt by the Tigers.
So Darren Wessel, just like Rashad Robinson, just like that. You've got that pair in the backfield, Vic. And the point after is blocked.
That was number 32 for the Spartans.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. This is VSN, tonight here at Simpson Shimamoto Stadium. It's 14-13. The Spartans are on top in this barn burner, this league opener for both teams in the 2024 season for Vic Carrillo and Butch Morales. This is John Moreno, and we're having a ball out here in the stands with the people. You gotta love it, Vic.
Blocking that point after John was number 32, Oedi Aguilar, a senior for the Spartans.
Mario Gacchiola will be kicking off for the Tigers.
Gax.
Gentlemen, this is Friday Night Lights at its best.
Number 5 picking it up.
Emiliano Morales.
Emiliano Morales will take it to about the 30-yard line.
How about that display of running by Robinson, guys? He is on a mission. He is, just running hard and breaking tackles.
I haven't seen at the high school level speed like that and cutbacks that quickly on display by a high school running back, let alone a junior.
1st and 10 for Central.
That's the style of running that you see at the next level.
Jimenez Viesca.
Or on artificial turf.
Viesca will come out to the outside and brought down by number 1.
That was Brandon Felix. Brandon Felix comes in with 8 solo tackles, 3 assisted tackles for 11 on this season, and he just added to his solo tackle.
Real nice open field tackle there by number 1.
Brandon Felix.
Thank you.
Second and 12, John.
Jimenez rolling and looking for his receiver, number 10, incomplete, Miguel Vega. .446 remaining second quarter.
That was a great defensive play by Bo Zinn, number 28 there to break up that pass.
Bo Zinn, one of the captains for the Tigers, comes in with 12 tackles on the season and a multitude of deflections.
Timeout is called, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
We're back here live at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium. Jimenez for the Spartans, airing it out, alley-oops it, and the pass is caught. Number 5, that is Emiliano Morales, who's been all over the field today.
Emiliano Morales, only a junior, 19 receptions, coming into the game for 223 yards and 1 touchdown. He found an opening there, a crease in the zone coverage, and he just placed it in there.
Yeah, I thought, it had too much air on the ball, and luckily they were able to come up with it. Just the zone area where he threw it to was open, and he went up for the ball and grabbed it.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. Fake to Viesca and looking for Morales again. Had his hand in it, but couldn't hang on to it.
Had him open.
Had him open, just led him by 1 step too many. Offensively for the Spartans, at center they go with number 77, senior Alexander Sandoval. At the guards are Sergio Perez, a junior, 79, and another senior, 65, Joshua Munoz. The tackles are 55, Edwin Contreras, and another senior, 73, Andres Contreras.
4:05 remaining in the second quarter.
If they score, their kicker is Malachi Rodriguez, number 57. I knew it was somewhere, John.
Get your papers in order. 2nd and 10. Back to the Wildcat. Viesca, right side. Garner's about 3 yards.
Running behind the blocking of Munoz and Contreras picked up a couple of yards there. It'll be 2nd and long. 3:44 remaining in the second quarter. 14-13 in favor of the visiting Central Spartans.
It's a critical drive right here with 3 minutes and 34 seconds. They want to drive the ball and possibly score and keep Imperial's offense off the field right now for the next 3 minutes.
At least take that lead into halftime.
Yes.
Or extend the lead.
And build momentum going into the second half.
3rd and 7 from the 42. Central with the ball. Jimenez looking over, fires it. The pass is caught and incomplete and dropped. That is Emiliano Morales, number 2 for the Tigers. Spartans. Nico Viesca coming out.
Covering on the play was number 4, Mario Gacciola. They're making that defensive play, knocking that ball loose.
Alex Trejo, excuse me. So it'll be 4th and 7.
That's a big play that the receiver, I believe it was number 27, John, that was there who dropped the ball. He has to come up with that play.
Angel Vasquez,
yes.
But there was a bone-jarring tackle by Gacciola.
Spiral punt will go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Well, John, there's nothing like Friday night lights and seeing the stadium stands, bleachers filled to maximum capacity, and then a whole layer of fans along the southern end zone on the track.
Yeah, we've got Imperial.
But not only that,
the whole town is here.
What about the canal bankers, the tailgaters out there? It's wall-to-wall trucks and cars backed up.
They were camping out this morning.
Since 6:30, I hear.
Got to get here early, get your spot.
The real George Gale on KXO gave us an update.
1st and 10 inside the 20 for the...
In between those oldies but goodies, John.
For the Tigers. Darren Wessel. Couple yards with 2:50 to go. Down by 1, the Tigers.
So the Spartans like to go defensively with number 3, Alex Trejo at cornerback position, 5, Emiliano Morales, he's the rover. The Mike or middle linebackers, Matthew Lizaola. Safety, Josh Garcia. Cornerback, Javi Termel.
2nd and 7.
Linebacker Gavin Mora, 40 tackles to his credit, so you want to stay away from him. And Jared Martin, 22, the defensive end, with 18 tackles.
Fake the dive, and Jaden Ayala's in trouble, and he gets sacked.
And that was Jared Martin there, number 22, the left defensive end, in to make that stop. I still won't bring up Martha and the Vandellas.
No, it's too soon, Vic. Too soon.
As Ayala had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
That was great pressure by not only Martin, but number 59, Hartfield. They were in the backfield providing pressure, which pretty much, he had to eat the ball. He couldn't
Butch,
throw it.
I thought you were going to say that was a great song back in 1963.
I don't even know when that year that song came out.
Vic was dancing in the street back in those days.
Right.
3rd and 13.
And if we weren't dancing, we were humming the tunes.
What do we got going on?
Delay a game.
They call it the delay game against the Tigers.
So a loss of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 18. The ball inside the 10 now at the 9. And back up against the wall are the Imperial Tigers with 1:13 remaining in the second quarter.
You think they're going to try a big play here in the back of their own?
What do you think, Butch?
Well, you got number 35, Ryan Smith, on defense, along with Davian Hartfield. They'll have a say on this next play.
You're right. Looking for Robinson. He's there in the right flat and making it happen, but Not this time. And he's brought down way back.
That was number 5 for the Spartans, Emiliano Morales, the rover, kind of like in a center field position, coming in to make that stop as he was reading Ayala's eyes. Butcher, shaking your head like I got the wrong guy.
It was number 59. Hartfield was in the actual tackle.
Butch, Cardinal rule number 1. Never
I didn't say anything.
Never correct the master. Never shake your head.
You got to correct him. You got to correct him.
I wanted to point out his name.
Otherwise, we're just like fake news, you know?
Okay, I stand to be corrected. 59, Damian Hartfield.
That was great pursuit to the ball. That's excellent, and they were able to stop him for a loss.
And that was Damian Hartfield.
Yes.
Number 59. But I thought I saw a 5 somewhere in there. From his rover position, Morales. Well, with 1 minute remaining, time has been called.
And we'll have Chino Torres, who will be coming up and joining us at halftime from IVC. And he's a great team penner at the cattle call. You're going to have to ask him about that,
He
too.
goes by the first name of Victor, right?
It's tu tocayo, yeah.
Well, we have to be politically correct here, John.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did I say Chino? Okay, so 1 minute to go, folks. The Tigers way back at their own 9-yard line with a 4th and 16 and punting. Gaxiola, or as his grandfather calls him, Gachiola. And he gets it off, end over end. Not going to return it. And we got coaches in the stands. So the Spartans will take over with 48 seconds remaining. They're up by 1 point, 14-13.
And that ball taking a Spartan bounce, and it landed on the 45, but bounced back to the 40. So excellent field position, plenty of time, Butch, particularly with the balanced attack and the air attack that's been displayed in the first 2 quarters of action here by Jimenez.
You know, they got to get into a field goal range so they could, go up by 4 if they do execute a field goal. So they don't necessarily have to go for the big touchdown. At least get in field goal range with 48 seconds and give yourself a chance.
So another timeout being called.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. For the best burgers in town, try Burgers and Beer in El Centro. And by Ivy Welding. Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right, on time, every time. Precision in every spark. That's Ivy Welding. By Keystone HR. Need top talent fast? Keystone HR connects you with skilled professionals ready to work. Keystone HR, your key to success. Call us at 357-2929. And by CR&R. Need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community clean and green. Visit crrwasteservices.com, the face of a greener generation. So the Spartans with 48 seconds remaining. It's 1st and 10. They're at the Imperial 40-yard line.
Well, but you talked about Malachi Rodriguez getting into field goal range. What's his potential and what kind of accuracy does he have?
And Viesca brought down by number 1, Brandon Felix. No gain.
Well, John, he's been a solid kicker for them at least these last couple of years, and he's consistent, but you have to get him in range. Right now, you just took a big loss of yards there. It's not going to help him out any.
Brandon Felix, a senior, comes in with 11 tackles, 8 solo. He just made his 9th solo tackle there, John. And I feel like Ross Porter, Ben Scully's old sidekick, giving all these stats.
Well, that's good. People need to hear the stats.
You're on it, Vic. You're on it. Good job.
Vince Scully had a lot of partners, though, throughout his career. 67 years.
But none like Ross Porter.
Wildcat to Viesca, right side. And he'll take it, gathers about 6.
The Tigers have shown that they have a sideline-to-sideline, end-zone-to-end-zone runner in both Darren Wessel and Rashad Robinson.
And that's
what about the Spartans? Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Vic.
No,
go ahead.
I'm done.
I was just going to say it's the end of the first half.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. Finish that thought, Vic.
No, so an outstanding core of running backs, Brawley last week against Calexico. We saw Matthew Gutierrez, an outstanding running and passing quarterback, and Matthew Moreno, that hard-charging fullback combo running back for the Wildcats. And over in Hopeville, you have Raul Briseño, as well as some others. But tonight, this is the showcase event of the week.
Well, Robinson's been running really hard and it's been impressive tonight, so we'll see if he continues getting that ball tonight.
And Vic will be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Looking for lower mortgage payments? Let Rosanna Arroyo guide you through seamless refinancing to save on monthly costs and get better interest rates. Call 760-960-3049 to schedule your free appointment.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
South Cali Air Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901. Casbros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
We are Sewing Exchange, a garment manufacturing company. We manufacture to customer specifications. We do cut and sew, sublimation, uniforms, and we have low MOQs. You can contact us at 442-231-8527. Our email, sewingexchangeinc@gmail.com, and we are located at 321 East Main Street, El Centro, California.
Make It Ford summer sales event going on now. Hi, Mike Morris here, El Centro Motors. Well, the temperature rises, but the prices are going down. Enjoy a summer without payments. No payments for 3 months. 0% APR. 24 F-150s if you prefer a SUV. 24 Explorer is the perfect vehicle for you. And Ford even makes your first month's payment. And remember, if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money, and it's just that easy.
Lee Tire Company.
We're back live at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium here as the opener for the Central Spartans and Imperial Tigers has been, as advertised, a barn burner, with the Spartans racing in at halftime with a narrow 14-13 lead. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our halftime guest representing the administration of Imperial Valley College, providing the upper division for high school graduates seeking to move on to a four-year university. Victor Torres. Welcome, Victor, to our show.
Thank you, Victor. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you doing
this.
So
enlighten our viewing audience, as well as myself, what roles you play at IVC or Imperial Valley College, and what's exciting happening there.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say on behalf of the #1 college in the nation, Aspen winner, Imperial Valley College, it's a pleasure to be here representing IVC. I'm the Associate Dean of Workforce Development and Non-Traditional Instruction, and we're here trying to do our best for the community. So thank you for this opportunity.
So IVC enrollment has steadily been increasing every year, every semester. Where does IVC stand now, and in particular in the STEM department, the science, technology, and the areas that you represent?
Yeah, well, since COVID, we started an uptick in enrollment, so we're excited about that. We're increasing in all areas, to be honest. The Aspen Award was like the baseline for us. It is a prestigious award, but we want to keep enhancing our services, our programs. We want to make sure we increase enrollment. In terms of STEM and science, we got a brand new MESA program there at the college. MESA stands for Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement. It's second year of that implementation. We're also working with lithium companies and geothermal. We got a plant operator program, chemical lab technician, instrumentation technician, and we're actually applying to offer the first bachelor's in industrial automation. So there's a program that you can apply for community college to offer a 4-year degree, so we're excited about that opportunity.
When you have a high school graduate coming to talk to you, the counseling department at IVC, or even their counselors at their local high school, and they're undecided about attending college, let alone a community college, and with a high cost at the university level in the thousands of dollars, what do you tell them, or how could you make IVC that much more inviting?
Yeah, first and foremost, they got to seek advisement. They got to look at, talk to their counselors at the high school, our counselors at the community college. We got programs that are starting at the high school, dual enrollment, high school articulation, credit by exam, concurrent enrollment. We got a lot of programs that they can get an early start while they're still at the high school. But the biggest thing and the biggest issue is making sure we're in front of counselors, like the students are in front of counselors.
And so trying to provide a well-balanced education, or at least the opportunities for the student body. How does the athletic department complement the associated student body activities as well as the academia?
Yeah, it's a critical part that we're trying to, what we're calling reimagining athletics at Imperial Valley College. I don't know if you know, but we got the approval to start a wrestling program in the very near future. We have a club team already, and we got funding for next year to start the program. We got a lot of things, our girls softball, we got a new coaches. We got basketball, girls basketball, first time in many years that they hosted a playoff game, so that's exciting for us.
We covered that on VSN last year and the year before, so they've been doing outstanding.
Absolutely. And the one thing too that I want to highlight is, as you know, we got a new mascot, right? The home of the Desert Warriors, so we want to embrace the community with that mascot and have the community embrace us. it's going to be the key here is reimagining what we've done at IBC and enhancing all the things that we've done that have made us successful, and then the things that can attract students to, if they want to stay, if they choose to stay here locally, that they can continue their education, but also if they want to participate in athletics, that they can be involved in athletics, associated student government. And we have an array of programs both at the student service level and at the academic level that can help the students.
When you talk about athletics, you look at Imperial Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium, filled to capacity.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Several thousand people here, and IVC had a flourishing football program where they won the state championship in 1962, and they had some great players. Ron Jesse played for IVC, came from Yuma. He was a high school All-American. He played football and ran track at IVC, went to Kansas University and played football and ran track for the Jayhawks.
Yeah.
And then he parlayed that into a professional career with the Los Angeles Rams before they departed to St. Louis. And so is there talk or thought of bringing football back, or are the costs too insurmountable?
I would say the costs right now are not feasible. It's not something that we're looking at closely, but this community can round up around something like that. I think could be good, but at this point, I wouldn't say that's that. But what we are doing is really targeting the sports that are feasible and making sure. If you look at wrestling, we have a community of wrestling that's been very active, very successful in terms of have championships, coaches, high caliber coaches, student athletes that have gone above and beyond high school, and we just want to be able to attract them here locally and have them an opportunity.
And what about your athletic facilities? Have you been upgrading them? Are they adequate to accommodate the student body as well as the athletic contest?
Yeah.
And if fans want to go watch the game, are they able?
I'm excited. We got lights in the field for, we've had that not happening for a long time, so now soccer can play. We also have a ballot that we pass, a measure that we were able to have these facilities being built in our campus. We got a regional training center. We got a STEM building coming up, an auto and diesel. So we got a lot of things. We're doing the right things to be better and in a much better situation.
I apologize for the fans wanting to photobomb and come out on camera.
I'm used to these things. So we got
like
John Moreno. I never met a mic I didn't like. So.
Any closing comments that you'd like to make?
Yeah, hopefully the community can rally around our new mascot, our new reimagining athletics, all the things that we're doing academically and in student services. I think Dr. Johnson, he couldn't be here today, but he obviously wants to build this. We're at the center of the valley, and we want to make sure we continue to be that jewel and the hope for students.
And I want to give a shout out to Dr. Leonard Johnson, the president of Imperial Valley College.
Yeah.
They've made rapid strides in accomplishment, achievement, academic growth, and as you mentioned, being recognized nationwide.
Yeah, and I think another shout out too, because I think it's important, it merits a shout out. Our board members, of course, without their support, we can't do anything. Without the staff, the faculty, and the administrative staff there, it takes a team effort. It takes a village.
Victor Torres, we thank you for coming on the air with us, and we're really excited to see the next time we bring you on what else has been accomplished.
I appreciate it,
and what
and
doors
I think
have been
I'll see you guys at the
IVC.
Imperial Brawley game. So.
Okay, thank you. Thanks again.
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in more in a minute on VSN.
We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago. Para recibir ayuda, llámenos al 1-800-303-7756. Visite uno de nuestros centros de servicio al cliente o visite iid.com. iID, donde los clientes siempre son primero.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation. Winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kind of just makes your day.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756, visit one of our customer service centers, or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. InnerCare, since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
We're coming to you live in the third quarter here, ladies and gentlemen. 14-13 Central over Imperial. Imperial getting set to kick off, and that's Mario Gagiola kicking off for the Tigers, or they call him Gax. And he squibs it. Number 5, that is Emiliano Morales. Reverses his field and is pushed out of bounds around the 40-45. And you know, we got a special guest tonight, Vic. We've got Marco Peralta, who is a play-by-play announcer. Tell us about it, Marco.
How you doing, John? Vic? And also, Butch, how you doing, my man?
Good, man. Nice to see you.
It's a pleasure to be with you guys again. Vic, even though you don't remember me, it's a pleasure to be with you guys once again. It's been an honor to just see how this great project of VSN has been amazing.
Hey, I can see how you have that meteoric rise in your career. You got that silky smooth voice.
Oh, I appreciate that. My girlfriend's very happy about it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
1st and 10. Viesca. Gaining yardage on the visitor bench and picks up 8. But go ahead, Marco, tell us about what you're doing now.
Well, as of right now, I'm the main Spanish play-by-play voice for the Los Angeles Angels. So it's we just wrapped up our season right now and came down in the valley and just enjoy, once again, Friday Night Lights.
Do you do other sports besides baseball?
I did the FIFA World Cup in 2022, so it's, yeah, whenever I can, I do another sport whenever there's an opportunity.
Okay,
for sure.
So after watching the first 2 quarters of play, what's your take?
Oh, my gosh, it's a tight game without a doubt. You know, both teams have been playing really good football at the same time. It's just a great matchup tonight.
And Viesca.
So Marcos, tell us how you ascended from starting out with your own podcast and making it to the California, Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, so when I was here in the Imperial Valley, when I was in community college, I had to get reps somehow, so I created my own podcast called the Yato Sports Chronicles, and I had some coaches on here, I had some players on here, I did some broadcasts every once in a while to be able to get some reps, and little by little, when I went to ASU to finish my college education, I was able to do the Phoenix Suns, and then from there, now with the Angels for sure.
And see, I did remember. I mentioned Arizona,
for
so
sure.
I knew that.
Viesco, not much there on that Wildcat, and we're faced with a 4th and long, or 4th and short for the
I believe Jalen Fong, who used to be with VSN, now he's with KYMA in Yuma, also went to Arizona State.
Yeah, a former Sun Devil, so also went to the Cronkite School. And I just got to say, the 3 of you, when I'm able to tune in from when I'm at Angel Stadium, it's always a pleasure to hear your voices here from Chocolate Mountains to Sierra Cortez, for sure, Vic.
Thank you very much. Butch, what say you?
Well, I mean, it's a great ball game tonight here. Well, the Spartans about to kick off, but it's a given with adjustments. Who's going to adjust best in the second half to put themselves in a position to score or you know, take over the ball or find a way to create a turnover. We'll find out here shortly.
Well, the margin's only 1 point, 14-13. So both teams still have a lot of football left for them, John. 9:46 here in the third quarter.
Right. Do you want to call a play here, a play-by-play?
Oh, no, you're the man, John.
sure?
You're the man. You're the man. You're the man, John.
He's the voice of choice,
He's
the
the voice
real
of
deal,
choice.
the master blaster. But Marcos, how would you call this? Would you prefer calling the game in Spanish or in English?
I will say I haven't done football in Spanish.
No.
I haven't done
El
football just in English.
El Correcaminos.
Ándale.
So 1st and 10 for Imperial. And that's Darren Wessel right up the middle, gaining a yard.
I do got to say, you guys, that what I've been seeing so far in this game, Imperial has had a great running game so far. That's been their main weapon of getting penetrating through Central's defense at the same time. But when it comes to Central, they've been pressuring really well when it comes to the offensive line, and that offense is just rolling pretty good right now, I'll tell you that.
Right, and Imperial comes in with a balanced attack. They have an outstanding quarterback in Jaden Ayala, who has 17 touchdown passes to his credit thus far, but they haven't been utilizing the aerial game as of yet.
Robinson gets away from Martin. Penalty flags. And Robinson coming to the right side.
And maybe that's why they haven't been passing, because they have two outstanding runners. And Rashad Robinson, in his second game, he had to sit out the first 5 because of the transfer rule.
Yeah.
He comes from the state of Georgia.
And that's the thing, John. I'll tell you this, and also Vic, about the fact that you have two weapons that you could do from the running game, Robinson or Wesso. It could be one on the outside if you have them both in the backfield, one as a fullback, one as a halfback. One goes to the left, one goes to the right. You get Central guessing for sure every time.
But they have an outstanding core of receivers headed by Gio Robles, the 6'5", 190-pound junior, who's now seen some action after he's had injury-riddled years his first 3 seasons. It's been all potential as he's flanked out here to the near sideline.
2nd and 12 from the 14. Ayala. Pitch to Wessel. And gang tackled right there.
Still going, John.
He's still moving. He's still pumping his feet. So that extra effort got him that extra yardage.
Well, that's a sign of a good running back. He's only a freshman, but he moves that pile. He's not easy to bring down.
Yeah, it seems like the beginning of the second half. I'll tell you this, Butch, that Central came with the game plan of making sure those gaps are closed pretty well, because you saw a couple runs of 10+ yards when it comes to carrying. So it seems like Central has a game plan now to stop the run for Imperial.
Well, as Brawley's offense, their coach Lawrence Landy, they like to run from sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone. So they put a lot of pressure on the opposing
Counter
defense.
to Robinson, and getting that much-needed first down as they'll move the chains. Pickup of 5 for Rashad Robinson.
Well, John, it may not look pretty, but we're getting it done. That's the Imperial philosophy right now. Smash mouth football.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're not having those big plays on those runs of 5 or plus yards, but little by little, if you get those chains moving, that's what matters at the end of the day.
Not only that, it takes time off the clock and allows you to drive, for hopefully some touchdown.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. 1st and 10 for Imperial. Wesso and Robinson in the back. Jaden Ayala out of the shotgun. He'll get the snap. He's going to throw it out in the air. A man is open. Caught! Number 3, that is Gio Robles. And yes, he's got a 1st and 10. Move those chains all the way into Spartan territory.
Well, he got behind Alex Trejo, who was guarding him man-to-man, and a beautifully thrown pass on a fly pattern, a 9 pattern, the bomb if you're playing on the driveway. And Gio Robles, that talented junior receiver, comes up with that catch.
1st and 10 inside the 40. In the third quarter. Wessel, the bones. He picks up 8 and gets close to the 30.
Well, John, speaking of bones, you know what the Spartans JV used to be called back in the 50s and 60s?
What's that?
The Bone Crushers.
Orale.
And their freshman team were called the Spar Babes.
Orale.
See, we got history right here.
Calexico's JV, what were they called?
They were called the Bull Pups and the Yearlings.
Atta boy, John. As my late father-in-law would say, Cookie.
You're in the groove, Jackson.
That's right.
Second and short.
Atta boy, cowboy.
Atta boy, cowboy. Ayala hands it off. Robinson in trouble. And not much there.
And that was number 35 for the Spartans. Ryan Smith, his defensive end on the right side, able to slow up Robinson. So it'll be third and a short 2. 5:52 remaining here in the third quarter.
So Marco, you do the play-by-play for the Los Angeles Angels.
Yes,
in
that's
Spanish.
Correct. En español.
En
sí.
español.
Es correcto.
Un roletazo de hit por la jardín izquierda.
Ándale, es correcto.
Like Jaime
Tú sí
Jarrín.
sabes, ¿eh? Tú sí sabes.
Jaime Jarrín.
Now can we do this in football, though?
Un pasaporte por bolas.
Ayala en el shotgun. And handing off to Wessel. Wessel on the right side.
El ponche, otro chocolate, John.
Chocolatazo.
Stop by number 35 for the Spartans, Ryan Smith.
John, it seems that Imperial, what they're doing right now is that they're trying to chop away some yards via the run game, and you see that pass that was caught by Robles.
Yeah.
A perfect play, perfect pass by Ayala. It wasn't like far, it wasn't like a hard thrown pass, just a perfect lob. And Robles, you see how tall he is. He has long arms, and to be able to make that catch, spectacular play
Like
for the
a
Tigers.
power forward boxing out, you know?
Exactly, for sure.
1st and 10. Tigers.
Butch, they're moving methodically up the field.
Wessel once again. Right up the middle of the left side, going to the outside. And once he gets past the line of scrimmage, Vic, he is...
Katie bar the door.
Katie bar the door. Stop by number 9 for the Spartans. That's
Garcia.
Joshua.
Gentlemen, they say that you set the pass by running the ball. So you consistently run the ball. It allows the defensive backs to get a little bit, laid back and eventually hit a good pass play. And that's what they've been doing. They've been mixing it up. I'm expecting to see what they do right now to maybe throw the ball here down.
Well, are they opening up the playbook, or are they keeping it close to the vest?
It's just a rhythm that they're trying to find. Find a rhythm, get first down, run, and when the opportunity comes up to throw the ball, they're going to do that.
Robinson at the 1st and 10 at the 16.
I can't
gets
see
close
him,
to
John,
the 10-yard line
because he gets lost in those trees. But all I see is a lot of movement there.
And it'll be 2nd and short now. 4 yards to go. And if Imperial plays their cards right, they can take the lead for the first time tonight. So 2nd and 4. Ball at about the 10-yard line. Wesso and Robinson in the backfield. Give it to Robinson. Horse collar looked like. Unnecessary roughness.
That was number 14, Gavin
Mora,
who had him in his clutches and wouldn't let go.
It did seem for a second that was a horse call right there, but I guess Seaman was able to see.
They're allowing them to play.
Play
football.
It's hot, Butch. I guess that's the reason why.
Want to slow down the game.
Yeah.
3rd and 4, ball at the 10 almost.
You don't want this game to be decided on a referee's call.
Nope. No.
Or no call. Let the boys play.
So
let the coaches coach.
And they've been doing an outstanding job calling this game tonight.
Oh yeah, this is an A1 crew. Wessel, stutter steps. And not much there again. He'll grab maybe a yard.
So the clock ticking here in the third quarter, 2:30, 2:29, as the Tigers trying to break into the control and lead of the Central Spartans, who lead by 1, 14-13. So what say you, Butch, as they're getting into the red zone? What kind of play calling? Do you become more conservative, or do you play action and
play action here with 4th and about 3 yards, or do you give it? They're expecting a run probably. We might as well play action and throw the ball quickly.
Slant in with Gio Robles being 6'5".
Trying to cause them to jump.
Draw them off sides. They'll get a delay of game. Or a timeout.
Critical play here, 4th down.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com. and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beers and the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Back here live at Imperial High School in the third quarter, a minute 53 remaining, 14-13, a fourth and about 4 for the Tigers.
You know, Butch, coming into tonight's ball game, both running backs, Robinson and Wessel, averaging over 100 yards per game. What do they have?
Tonight, Robinson has 10 carries for 146 yards, and Wessel 13 carries for 102 yards.
Play action to Gio Robles. Touchdown, Imperial.
We both called it.
Gio Robles play action pass and puts another 6 on the board to the house.
Who called that play?
Hey, I called the play action and you called the slant. So have to have credit there.
I called the scheme though. A couple of runs and all of a sudden he got some passes in there and it worked out.
It's a great drive for Imperial tonight. That was their best drive of the night to take the lead 19-14, and we'll see how this extra point goes.
Well, more importantly, it was mistake-free. They didn't turn the ball over on a pitch or an interception. So with 1:49 remaining here in the third quarter, the Tigers leading 19-14 are going for 2.
Seems like they're go with the timeout. You got to give credit to these guys for sure, John and Vic, of how they've been able to chop off so much time off the clock in the third quarter to take this lead entering the fourth. It puts like Central in a bit of a pressure, but at the same time, how you said, Vic, perfectly, no mistakes in this drive. We got a couple first downs. It gives them a sense of confidence into the last quarter of the game.
We've got some updates from around the valley. We've got Palo Verde and Southwest. Palo Verde's up 28, Southwest 12. Brawley over Mission Bay at halftime, 35-0. And in Hodeville, Coronado coming into town, and it's Hodeville 38, Coronado 14. And then tomorrow, Setis and Vincent. So this is the barn burner.
And you couldn't ask for more on a Friday night, John, here the first weekend of October. A sultry night still.
It's still like August, you know?
Well, you know, if I go trick-or-treating on the 31st, I'm afraid my chocolates are going to melt.
No, pues sí.
And gentlemen, looks like they're going for 2 here, being down by 5 points. Puts them in a position to go for 2.
I'm going to have to eat them fast, John, particularly the Snickers.
There he is, Gio Robles, and cannot get it as there was he was covered well, but
I could have seen how that probably going to call a PI a little bit if it was up for discussion, but
it was close.
It was really close.
Like we mentioned earlier, they're allowing him to play football tonight,
yeah.
And he got a good credit. He was a good play and was there to, knock the ball out of his hands.
So with 1:49 remaining in the third quarter, Imperial now up 19-14 over the vaunted Central Spartans.
You know, an outstanding officiated game by the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association, headed by head referee John Seaman wearing the white hat. The umpire Sean McLaughlin, who was covering on that pass into the end zone. Head linesman Bruce Hartsock, an Imperial Tiger alum. Line judge is Roman Rubio, and the back judge is James Bentley. One of the an outstanding crew of the 3 crews that officiate games on Friday nights here in the Imperial Valley.
End over end kick, and will not be returned, but number 9, Joshua Garcia, will down it.
Vic, I got to ask you, when it comes to, you're saying that Imperial alum, do you go through every school's yearbook before every Friday night lights? Is that what's going on?
I remember these guys.
Oh my gosh, man.
I played against them.
I wish I had the memory like you. Gosh.
Well, hey, don't incriminate me, because this way I can't plead the fifth. Oh. I don't remember.
That's why they pay the big bucks right now.
Yeah.
Central on their drive in the third quarter here, late in the third quarter, 1:49 remaining.
Well, here's a trivia. John Seaman graduated in 1985 from Vincent Memorial before they had a football program. he would have been a great tight end and middle linebacker.
Wow. Viesca with a high snap from Jimenez. Penalty flags.
Hey, gentlemen, the momentum has slightly changed over to the Imperial side so far right now. So
if you're the play caller, the offensive coordinator for Central, what would you do to get the Central momentum back?
They got to keep on doing the same thing they've been doing successfully, running the ball with Viesca and throwing the ball when the opportunity comes up. They've had a couple of open throws, and they just seem to drop a couple of passes earlier today, which are big mistakes.
Is there any particular area of the field or zone that they should be attacking?
The post routes, quick slants, but once again, they're probably going to run it to Viesca.
Jimenez, quick pass to number 21, and a loss of yardage. That C.J. Acota.
And it was well
on
read.
that swing pass, there was nothing there.
By J.J. Jimenez, number 7, the nephew of Ramiro Rambo Jimenez and Martin Jimenez, 2 graduates from Vincent Memorial, 1989 and 1990, John.
All right, that's my cue to take the headset off.
Can't argue with that one, Vic.
Yeah,
Okay, quick, put me on Jeopardy. Or name that fool.
There you go.
3rd and long. Jimenez going to the air. And looking for Alex Trejo.
Number 3.
And now a good defensive, stout defense from Imperial holding the Spartans. Now they have to punt the ball.
Okay, well, he may be punting from his own end zone.
Butch, you know about quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it seems like this team of Imperial, like they're known for their defense, but it seems like in this second half to start, they've been really good with the coverage, not allowing any open spots for the QB to make a solid pass, no?
Well, right now, they covered it well. The post route that's been open tonight, they weren't able to complete it. Just the timing was off from the quarterback. But they just got to keep on plugging, keep on working, and hopefully they hit a big one. Or now you got Imperial. The quarterback seems to find a rhythm so far. Now he's throwing the ball. He's completed a couple of passes, and they've been successful at driving the football.
Miguel Vega with that punt, not very far, as the Tigers get excellent field position.
And 29.4 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers have regained the lead 19-14 over the visiting Spartans from Central.
You got the crowd a little livelier on this side.
Yeah, they got the matracas going. So 1st and 10, Imperial.
Well, offensively, they want to go with 53, Aron Arispe, Maximus Alcarez, along with Ezra Favila to open up those holes for Robinson.
And Wessel with the ball that time. Going to the left side, penalty flags.
Well, you know what I like about the Spartan defense as well as the Imperial defense is everybody's running to the ball to make that tackle. You don't see a lot of defenders standing around.
Aggressive football, Vic.
Or as Uncle Ruben used to say, John, whether it was a ham and nigger, he'd say they should have charged you admission to that game. You were like a spectator watching the play.
Face mask against Central. So that's going to give Imperial better field position as they're tending to an injured player. Looks like cramps.
Now, David Shaw, the coach of the Imperial Tigers, was a 3-sport standout for the Tigers: football, basketball, and baseball. Player of the Year, MVP, all leagues since his sophomore year, and has come back to Imperial to lead his alma mater.
It seems like he's done a really good turnaround of this program so far, just how he inherited from Coach Laguerra and just how his, been building a foundation here for sure. He has a young core coming in through the freshman level. We know the backup quarterback, Butch, Santonio Ureña, I think has a great arm. So I think this Imperial team, I think they're good right now, but I think even next year you have to look out for them for sure because it's just their young core of players for sure.
And Imperial has an outstanding youth program, don't they, for football?
They do as well.
Has that been a contributing factor to their success?
Absolutely. Anytime you have a youth program with over 100 kids and starting from flag all the way to 13 years old, and they compete and play. They gather the knowledge and experience, so it's evident here tonight.
And just so you know, Vic, the freshman core that I'm talking about, they've won a lot of Super Bowls when it comes to the flag football, when it comes to the tackle football, Pop Warner, all that kind of stuff. They've won, I think, 4 Super Bowls together as a team. So having that type of generation come together for so many years, playing together, it just makes you think what type of chemistry, what type of bond, which matters a lot in football, because in football, you know how it's helmet to helmet, shoulder pads, that you need to have that type of family-oriented, and you had it since you were a kid. Imagine how it's going to be persisted in the high school level.
You know, they have the senior leadership with Jaden Ayala at the helm, a returning all-league performer, the freshman running back Darren Wessel, but they also have, Anthony Hallam. He's a freshman with 9 receptions, 83 yards. Trey Reese, another freshman standout as well. And so a lot of targets to choose from for the offensive coordinator as the third quarter comes to an end, John.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299. We're back here live at Imperial High School, starting the fourth quarter. Imperial has the football. They're up 19-14 over the Central Spartans.
And John, it's everything that was advertised leading up to this game.
1st and 10, Darren Wessel. And brought down by number 75, big number 75 for the Spartans. That is Max Fimbres.
Fimbres, a senior, 6'3", 280 pounds. A lot of agility there, John. They're kind of running away from Jared Martin, but he can freelance as he has that athleticism to run down a ball carrier from behind.
Well, Fimbres is right there, nose tackle.
Well, so far, the Imperial Tigers have controlled the line of scrimmage tonight, and they've been doing really well running the ball.
2nd and 10. Ayala airs it out over the top, and that is Mario Gaciola. Incomplete as he was running a flag pattern to the left.
So Max Gaciola, who came into the game, Mario Gaciola, with 24 receptions for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns, almost snared another one there.
The flag on the play, though.
Was it interference?
It looks
it
like
seems like it.
Yeah.
So it's,
pass interference.
So what is it, half the distance to the goal?
Yes, against them. It's against the Spartans, and so they'll get now even better field position. They're just.
If you're Imperial, there's no better way to start the fourth quarter. You're right there in the goal line at the same time. In the fourth quarter, the quarter that matters the most, and to add more onto your lead, man,
that's huge.
And Rashad Robinson. Here I come and get me.
Just the fact it takes about 3 to 4 guys to take down Robinson just speaks to the level of talent that this kid has when it comes to running the ball. And you know, Butch, how hard it is to run up the middle with some big guys in front of you, some big trucks, and he's able to do it like it's nothing.
He's a strong kid, runs low to the ground, which gives him leverage, and you should see his legs. He's got some strong, thick free tongue.
Teaming up on that tackle was number 35, Ryan Smith, with 12 tackles to his credit, and Davian Hartfield, number 59.
2nd and 9 from the 10-yard line. Sweep to the right. Darren Wessel finds room. Tries to turn it up the field and stop there by number 5, Emiliano Morales.
Good read there by Wessel. He was trying to go on the outside, saw there was no opening, but then cuts right back inside and sees that he get at least 2 more yards of gain, and he's one step closer to that first down and also the pylon.
Well, the offensive line of Ezra Favila and Jordan Malik, along with Aaron Arispe, have their hands full with the Spartan defense.
3rd and 6 from the 7-yard line. Going in the air, Gio Robles is there! Caught! Touchdown, Imperial! Gio Robles with a fade, takes it to the house, 6 points.
That extends the Imperial Tiger lead to 25-14, an 11-point advantage. It'll take 2 scores for the Spartans to overcome that deficit. Will they go for 2, John, or will they kick the extra point?
Well, they're up by 11. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't kick it. They're bringing the tee out.
Well, it seems like he's down with cramps or injury, but you got to say, without a doubt, John, Vic, and Butch, he's a big man that showed up in a big moment for sure. And that's such a great offensive play, athleticism, stretch out those arms as he stands up and people are cheering on him. What a moment for Robles for sure.
And William Kwan will try for the point after.
He's 4 for 4 on extra point attempts, John. A soccer-style kicker.
Snap set. And up above the crossbars. And so, folks, with 9:53 remaining in this football game, Imperial 26, Central 14. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
Looking for lower mortgage payments? Let Rosanna Arroyo guide you through seamless refinancing to save on monthly costs and get better interest rates. Call 760-960-3049 to schedule your free appointment.
We're live here at Imperial High School. The Tigers up on top 26-14 over the Spartans. Tigers are kicking off. Let's see what happens now here in the 4th quarter. And Gaxiola with an end-over-end kick will be fielded inside the 5 and coming this way.
It's number 5.
Garcia Joshua. And taking everybody with him on the sidelines.
The flag in the backfield, John.
So when you see that, usually a blocking from behind?
Possibly. It looked like it.
Seemed like it.
You got to say that the momentum is with the Tigers at this time. They're fired up.
Lady Mo.
It swung over. Give credit to the Imperial Tigers offense. A great drive to end up with 6 points. A great catch by Gio Robles going up for the ball at the highest point. That's exactly what you teach these young kids, especially when the ball's thrown up. You got to go be aggressive and go up for the ball, and that was a big score for them.
And I asked you, are they going to take the wraps off the quarterback and open up the passing game?
They
and
did.
You said they have to establish the ground game first and utilize the talents of Robinson and Wessel.
And they have been all night long.
Oh, there's a little invader on the field now.
And not only that, gentlemen, the Imperial Tigers defense has stopped Viesca to only 37 yards rushing tonight, where he averages close to over 100 yards a game.
There's a future kickoff returner.
Yeah, there you go.
Getting ready for flag foot.
1st and 10 at the 15. Morales in motion. Jimenez rolling out, looking, firing, and intended for number 10. That's Miguel Vega.
Great pressure by Imperial defense for sure, seeing how their quarterback, he couldn't stay in the pocket. He had to roll out to his right and just making a difficult throw to the sideline. And as you saw, Butch, you know, it's a very tough throw to make. And Imperial, just that man-to-man coverage has been phenomenal so far this half.
Running a button hook and open there was Morales, but he didn't see him.
Second and 10 from the 15. Luis Jimenez airing it out again. Left side. Intercepted by the Tigers. Could it be number 28?
Bo Zinn.
Bo Zinn. And what a good read and just bringing it back.
An athletic play by Bo Zinn as the Tiger defense.
And now this crowd is on their feet, and there's no stopping the Tigers.
I gotta admit, John, when I saw Zinn running down that field, he gave his back to the ball. I thought he lost track of the trajectory of the football, but he was able to turn around and see that receiver right next to him, turns around, sees a basket, puts his arms out, and interception. Perfect timing for his run, and just a great play by the defense secondary.
So, that's the last thing that Central needed is a turnover to basically, giving them more momentum and giving the possession of the ball, but awesome play by Zinn there.
So the offensive line led by number 77, Ezra Favila, and 62, Jordan Malik, leading the Tiger charge out to the 50-yard line.
First and 10 from midfield. Wessel coming this way. Turning it up the field, lowering his shoulder. Not much there. He couldn't gain any ground as the Spartan defense was there in the stop.
Brought down by number 9, Joshua Garcia, and number 10, Miguel Vega.
Lost a yard there, but one thing that is still working for Imperial, the clock is still rolling, which is the most important thing, having a 12-point lead at the same time. So you start to question John, Vic, and Butch. Like, yes, you have the confidence, but what type of confidence is going to be able to proceed to maintain this lead and not get in too much in your heads and give up this big lead that you have in the fourth quarter?
So the Tigers leading by 12, 26-14 after the successful William Kwan point after attempt.
And Wessel once again going up the middle.
And this is the time you want to motivate your linemen on the offensive side to push. You got 8 minutes to go to pull out this victory. You have to be able to sustain a drive, get first down to eat the clock, and put this game away.
Well, number 14, Gavin Mora, a man on a mission from his linebacking spot, making that stop there. So it'll be third and a long 9. The ball at the Spartan 49-yard line. The near hash mark in front of the Imperial Tiger bench. David Shaw getting a first-hand look of his offense with 8 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 9, Robinson in the middle. Up, gains 5.
Number 9, Josh Garcia making the initial contact, and 35, Ryan Smith finishing him off as the two couple their talents to bring down Robinson. So it'll be 3rd and 5, 7:32 remaining.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Hart Insurance, full-service insurance agency, Johnny's Burritos, Imperial Valley Tradition, Keystone HR with Robbie Herrera, Alfred Distributing, family-owned and operated since 1947, El Centro Motors. Visit the team at El Centro Motors for your next car, truck, or SUV. Arctic Air Conditioning, dependable AC repairs, Carrier, and service you can trust. We are Valley Sports Network, the El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community. Imperial Valley College, proud sponsor of VSN's live stream. Driscoll's Custom Embroidery and Letterman Jackets. South Cali Air for your air conditioning needs. Desert RV and Towing, 24-hour towing in off-road recovery. Kaz Bros, custom t-shirts, signs, and banners. Burgers and Beer were the best burgers in town. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Havens Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Reach Medical Response Service, Medical Transportation Service, Ojeda Industries, Hydraulic Service and Repair, and Imperial Flying Service, proud sponsors of our military. And getting set to punt. Gacchiola will be punting and back to receive for the Central. Oh, he on the run. Takes a Tiger bounce way inside the 5. As Joshua Garcia did not return it, wasn't able to. So 7.5 minutes to go in this football game. 26-14 Tigers.
A great coverage play on the punt coverage by the Imperial Tigers to pin the Spartans deep into their own territory, inside their own 4-yard line.
Seeing it was a great punt by Imperial, put him inside the 5-yard line, Vic, and a lot of work for Central. They're trying to get back into this game. Only 7:29 left in the game for sure.
Got to go about 96 yards here.
1st and 10 from the 4. Go with Viesca. Stout defense there for the Tigers.
You got to see that Imperial, they were in Central's head for sure, not allowing them to create a run, a momentum when it comes coming down the field. So Imperial with their home field advantage and just seeing the crowd behind their backs and just what they're known for, Butch, being able to have a great stellar defense. It's being shown here so far, and it's been fantastic the second half.
They've done an excellent job, like I mentioned, sustaining Viesca or stopping him from having big gains tonight. He's rushing over under 40 yards tonight.
2nd and 10, Jimenez. Dropping back, looking, short pass. Number 27.
That's Vasquez, Angel Vasquez.
And trying to find some room. He'll get a 1st down though. So it'll give him some breathing room now for the Spartans.
When you talk about those potential budding rivalries, back in the day, up through the 50s and 60s and early 70s, the IDL, you'd play home and home. You'd play each other twice. So if you lost that first one, the rematch, you were there for revenge. When the Valley schools joined the Desert Valley League, the Southern High Schools of Riverside County in the Coachella Valley, well, that's when it went back to playing.
Fires it. Caught Emiliano Morales. 1st and 10, move those chains.
Playing each other only once.
So you're trying to say we should run this game back sometime down the road here?
Well, who knows? Maybe in the playoffs. Are they in the same division?
Central Division 2, I think Imperial Division 3. 1st and 10, another 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Jimenez out of the shotgun. Looking this way and underthrows his intended receiver, CJ Acosta.
Number 21.
But he was open. 5:40 remaining.
And that's a pass for sure. The QB would love to get back, seeing how open this man was. Close to the 10-yard marker for the 1st down. It makes you question what type of confidence he has for the rest of this drive for the Central Spartans.
So are the Tigers playing a cover 2, Butch, or?
They're just playing a basic cover 3 where they're keeping everything in front, not allowing them to get past them.
Jimenez, 2nd and 10. Caught. And number 21, CJ Acosta.
So
another 1st down.
So right now, the last thing that Imperial needs is for Central to get, a big play over the top for a big score. So as long as they keep, getting 3, 4, 5 yards, it's okay. 5 minutes left, control the clock, and make the tackles and keep everything in front of you.
That tackle was made by number 4, Mario Gacchiola.
And we'll call timeout 2. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN. We're back here live at Imperial High School. It is the 4th quarter, 5:09 remaining. The Tigers on top, 26-14, but Central just has 3 first downs in a row, and they're moving the ball.
And you're wishing if you're Central be able to capitalize on this little momentum you've been able to gain. And you know for sure that once if they score onside kick to be able to take the lead at the end of the game. So let's see what happens for this Imperial defense.
Jimenez rolling left, airs it out, and looking for number 5, Emiliano Morales. Not there.
So, Butch, how many receivers are the Central is the Central offense putting into the secondary of the Tigers?
Right now they had 4 receivers out, one in the flats here, and then the other one like a 10-yard out, which I believe it's called defensive holding on the defense. That's what I saw.
So that'll bode well for the Spartans.
It seems also that Central's like, even though they have one back in their backfield, he sees for a couple seconds if there's anyone rushing, and himself he even goes try to go look for a pass for sure. Butch.
They're rolling him out to get him comfortable, get him outside the pocket so he could see better, and they go to the left side. They have been.
1st and 10 at the 49 for Central in the 4th quarter. Jimenez airs it to the left, goes through the hands of Joshua Garcia.
But it went through the hands of Bo Zinn, who has already seen 6 points.
That could have been easily picked off. It just, unfortunately, he just went through his hands, and he could have caught it and had open room to run.
Could have, should have, and would have. Or vice versa.
There's still plenty of ball game here for Central, for 4:58 left in the game. If they score here quickly, then they have the opportunity to eventually, line up for an onside kick. But defensively, Imperial's doing an excellent job.
4 receivers out there. Jimenez. And sacked.
Face mask.
Number 11 for the Tigers. Danny Esquives.
It was probably a penalty on Imperial, seems like it, but you see how they have their front 3 when it comes to the defensive line, and when the rest of the team, like their linebackers, D-backs, free safeties, they're all in the backfield waiting for that mistake from the quarterback. We saw almost Bo Zinn going to be catching it, but it seems like they're trying to add as much pressure as they can to the quarterback to make that mistake to clinch the game.
So what was the call?
Face mask now. Central has the ball at the 44 going in.
Well, Butch, it looks like 2 announcers up here have futures as referees or armchair quarterbacks.
2nd and 4. Jimenez has been airing it out the last several plays. He's going to do it again. Got to get that score over the middle. Number 21, the intended, CJ Acosta. Bring up a 3rd and 3 with 4:36 to go.
Covered on the play was J.J. Jimenez, one of the leading tacklers for the Tigers with 58 tackles on the season coming into tonight's ball game. 20 of those solo tackles.
The defensive backfield for Imperial's stepping up their game, playing really good. Right now it's not giving any opportunity for Central to have a wide open receiver.
3rd and short at the 44. Jimenez airs it out. Intercepted! Is that Gio Robles intercepting that ball? No, number 1. That's number 1. Brandon Felix. Oh my God.
I told you, John. Get the pressure on the quarterback, force him to make the mistake, and there it is. No pressure at all when it came to be a blitz, just did their job. All the secondary was in place, and there's a great interception by number 1. Hopefully for Imperial, clinches the victory over Central for them.
And now this crowd is electrified with the matracas and all.
Feels like we're in an Águilas game, John.
Hace ruido. Hace
ruido. Excellent job by the Imperial Tigers in the second half to really overcome some adversity in the first half, some mistakes, and they were able to put it together in the halftime and with a great game plan, and they've taken the lead here and possibly put it away here.
Well, Imperial was down by 1, 14-13 when they went into the half, and they've done all the scoring here in the second half.
Jaden Ayala lets it go.
All you got to do now is keep chopping some yards, get some first downs, and What's this quarterback love to do? Run the clock to secure a victory, right? That's what every head coach wants when it comes to the end of the fourth quarter. Just run the clock.
Pass
run
the salt.
clock.
Let's eat that clock.
Yep.
4 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Well, maybe that play wasn't called down to the huddle because they went to the airways, didn't they, on that first play?
I would think that they
Was that
run the clock.
was that a surprise?
They probably wanted to surprise them.
Thought you were going to swallow your bottle of water.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. At the 45. Robinson this time. And crosses midfield, gets a first down, move the chains.
Gentlemen, do you guys know when the last time Central lost to Imperial? No? That's a good question.
I'd have to look it up. I got to look it up. But the projection was 27-26 or something like that. Was within 1 point, but Central. This is clearly an upset.
I wonder what sportsbook gave those odds, John.
Cal Preps.
Oh, okay.
It was the Moreno morning line.
Okay.
3:48 and counting, folks. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Central 44-yard line. Wessel in motion. Robinson will get the handoff. And he's still on his feet. Yeah, oh my God. Just moving and chucking and pumping. Robinson with a 1st and 10. Move those chains.
He's strong. He's got great balance, great vision, and he's hungry to take over this game and win.
Well, last week in his debut against Valley Center, he had 14 carries for 132 yards, a 9.9 average with 2 TDs in that game. And tonight, at the half, he had 146 yards, and he has certainly added to that total. He might even be approaching 200 yards.
Hey, Imperial's a real deal. They're going to be, a team that's going to possibly have an opportunity to go deep in the playoffs. Ultimately, their goal is to win that CIF championship. They're looking real good tonight. And
they are.
We'll see how Brawley does.
John, it was a pleasure. Vic, at the same time, Butch.
My pleasure, buddy.
Keep doing the great work you guys do. And
hey,
also,
Mr. Peralta, you're buying dinner today.
I don't know about that.
You can't leave.
I'll call the commissioner. Maybe he'll sponsor the dinner tonight.
Okay. Thank you for gracing our airwaves. Marco Peralta, the voice of the Los Angeles Angels in Spanish. We'll make sure we tune you in next season. And you're welcome anytime in the booth when we're here. In fact, I might take the day off and you do the play-by-play.
Oh, my gosh. I got big shoes to fill if that were the case.
Arriba.
Órale.
We'll do it in Spanish this time, though, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited. Back to you, John.
And Wessel ran into his own man, but that's okay. It's a 1st down. It'll be a 2nd down, and the clock keeps ticking.
Well, he has cleat marks going up his backside as evidence.
Well, we got a couple of players of the game to announce, Vic, and we'll do that in just a minute. But this is an outstanding – this is what Friday Night Lights is all about. The Imperial Tigers building up their program and looking at the Goliath of the Valley, the Central Spartans. Second and 12. Let's go, Darren Wessel, the right side. And he's still on his feet as he gets a 1st and 10 and more and takes it deep into Central territory inside the 20.
Well, John, with 2:10 remaining in the ball game, it's all been Robinson and Wessel and Robinson. It opened up the passing game for Ayala and the Imperial Tigers, and particularly bringing out of the wraps off Gio Robles, who made those circus catches in the end zone in the 3rd quarter. And with 1:55 remaining here in the 4th quarter, the Burgers and Beer players of the game.
Robinson, hard to bring down as he slides into the 10-yard line.
Number 2, the freshman sensation, Darren Wessel, and number 10, the Georgia Peach, Rashad Robinson.
So those are our selections for the player of the game.
And congratulations to those two. And with 1:30 remaining in the ball game, congratulations to David Shaw and his outstanding coaching staff, and Joe Apodaca, the principal of Imperial High School, for what looks like to be their 7th victory of the season here as they remain undefeated in 2024.
Hueso kicking up dirt and taking it to the 5. Now with a 1st and goal,
now,
with a minute to go.
Do the points matter? Would you take the knee, the victory?
It looks like that's what they may be doing. Yep. They know. They're tasting it already, Vic. The Tigers are tasting this victory. And, you know, it's a good feeling to beat your rival, and especially the defending IBL champs.
Well, David Rookie Peña has had a superlative record and run with the Central Spartans, but the season's not over yet. Imperial still has to play Brawley.
Yep, which is the top team in the Valley right now. So for all practical purposes, with 20 seconds remaining, this team is celebrating a victory over the Central Spartans. 26-14 in their league opener for 2024.
Gentlemen, Imperial had this game marked on their calendar. They, at the beginning of the season, wanted to take down the defending champs, and you know, kudos to them. They did it. They did it in a hard fashion. They ran the ball, controlled the line of scrimmage, and when they needed a big play, they threw the ball and scored a couple of touchdowns. So they got 2 great running backs. They're going to be, like I mentioned, hard to stop. They don't have to rely on the pass all the time.
Well, excellent preparation by David Shaw. The game plan with his coaching staff, not only on offense, but particularly on defense, stifling the vaunted running attack of the Spartans when it mattered most, and making it difficult for their aerial game to get any continuity going.
And let's be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Well, we're back here live at the conclusion of the Central Imperial game here at Imperial High School. A 26-14 victory for the Imperial Tigers, the hosting Imperial Tigers, and the crowd has gone wild. Any final comments, gentlemen?
Well, John, it was a collective effort, a total team victory from the coaching staff to the players executing the game plan, and hats off to Imperial, and also kudos to the Central Spartans because they made the Tigers play their best to beat them, and they went down fighting, but they'll rebound under Coach David Peña for their next game next week, where it's the battle for the city championship against Southwest, I believe.
Yeah, excellent job by the Imperial Tigers tonight. They came here with a purpose, they came with a plan, and they executed that and allowed them to, you know, in the second half to regain momentum and able to establish the run game by excellent line play and able to score when they needed to. So excellent job and congratulations to them.
Well, the Calexico Bulldogs will have their hands full as they entertain the Tigers next week at Willis Ward Field.
Again, we'd like to thank all of our viewing audience, all of our sponsors, and of course our halftime guest, Mr. Victor Torres from IVC, and our guest announcer tonight, Marco Peralta, voice of the Los Angeles Angels in Spanish. Again, thank you, Will Torres, our program director at VSN, our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos, our cameraman, Luis Panchito Garcia, and our second cameraman, Mario Camacho. And of course, all our sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Join us next week from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, when we will be somewhere in the Imperial Valley with our pregame at 6:45. Again, tonight's final score, Imperial 26, Central 14 for Vic Carrillo and Butch Morales. This is John Moreno saying good night on VSN.